Hello my lovelies, today I have another massive Bookish unboxing for you, so stay tuned. So today I have 7 regular adult Unplugged book boxes. I've got 2 regular adult Once Upon a Book Club boxes. I have one Halloween special edition box from Once Upon a Book Club and one Unplugged mystery box. So I'm very excited and I just want to dig right in. So I'm going to move you a little bit closer. Also, I am currently filming in a different room than I normally do because, well, we're in the middle of packing things up and moving, so yeah. All right, let me scoot you closer and we'll get started. That's better. Okay, let's start with this Halloween edition of Once Upon a Book Club. This is actually a giveaway that I won, and this is for a past Halloween box, not the current one, so I can't remember which one I won. Looks like this. Okay, so the book is The Haunting of Lee Harker by Darcy Coates, and I've read another book by Darcy Coates and really enjoyed it. The Haunting of Ashburn House. Yeah, I enjoyed that book. It was interesting. So I thought I might enjoy this one as well. There's a print here. It says, "With no one else to haunt, I am haunting myself." Interesting. So we have a gift for page 314, one for page 83, and one for page 89. Ooh, this is a creepy box. So if you don't already know, the way that I do these Once Upon a Book Club boxes is I actually open them, do like a full unboxing in a vlog as I'm reading them. So I don't open the gifts now. I will link the playlist of all those vlogs up here if you want to go and check them out. But I will tell you about the book. It says, "Sometimes the dead reach back." Lee Harker's quiet suburban home was her sanctuary for more than a decade, until things abruptly changed. Curtains open by themselves, radios turn off and on, and a dark figure looms in the shadows of her bedroom door at night, watching her, waiting for her to finally let down her guard enough to fall asleep. Pushed to her limits but unwilling to abandon her home, Lee struggles to find answers, but each step forces her towards something more terrifying than she ever imagined. A poisonous shadow seeps from the locked door beneath the stairs. The handle rattles through the night and the fingernails scratch at the wood. Her home harbors dangerous secrets, and now that Lee is trapped within its walls, she fears she may never escape. Do you think you're safe? You're wrong. I think this one's gonna be fun. Okay, this one looks like so. Let's see. The book is The War Girls by V.S. Alexander. Ooh, and it has really cool stenciled edges. Like little airplanes all over. There's a map. And the book looks like this. It also has a fabric feel to it. It feels really nice. So the way these books work is you get to a page that says open your gift for that page, and then you find the gift in the box that has that page number. Though I was just flipping through trying to find one of these pages, and I found there's like a note thing stuck in here, so that must be like another little gift type thing. I love it because it makes the book very interactive, so it brings the story to life. Okay, let me show you the gifts really quick. So we have one for page 182 here. This one's for page 11. This one's for 261. And this one is for page 95. They also come with this little book club kit here. There's always like a bookmark that has a quote from the book that says, "The world will get better, it must." And on the back it just reminds you not to open the gifts until you get to that page. Print that says the same thing. It's got our letter from the author on the back. And then this has a conversation with the author, discussion questions, and on the back is a recipe for strawberry cake. So let's read this letter from the author. It says, "Dear reader, it has been many years since I first visited the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. I still vividly recall the shoes, the glasses, the luggage left behind, the boxcar, the photos of those who were murdered. They transported me in a way that I'd never experienced before to a tragic time in world history. Each and every one was a life snuffed out, a journey ended, a story silenced. The day I visited the memorial was warm and sunny. As I returned to the sunshine, I was shaking despite my brief stop in the museum shop. There, I'd purchased 2 buttons with the words 'Never Again' printed on them. I carried them with me when I moved. I pinned one to the wall of my writing carrel at the writer's room of Boston as I worked on my novels. Hannah, Steffa, and Janka, my heroines in the War Girls, live in my fictional world, which was very much a part of the real world in 1939, lasting until the destruction of the Warsaw Ghetto. They were inspired by real people who went before them, the victims, those who joined the resistance, the women who operated as spies in enemy territory, and the ordinary citizens who took a stand against the Nazis. I hope the readers of my novel will take a note of the 2 capitalized words above and immerse themselves in this fictional world, not because I created it, but because the stories need and deserve to be told. We should never forget. I would love to hear about your experience of this month's Once Upon a Book Club box featuring the War Girls. If you'd like to share your thoughts on social media, please use the hashtag The War Girls by V.S. Alexander so I can see your post. Thank you for reading, V.S. Alexander." Cool. And now for this one, it looks like so. This is another one that I actually won from a giveaway that they were doing for, I think it was like the VIFPs. We have a big print here. It says, "Trust the Magic of New Beginnings." It has their 40 Books 2022 Reading Challenge. And the book is The Love Hypothesis, which I actually already have a copy of this book, but when I was selecting which box I wanted, most of the boxes were ones that I already had because I'm subscribed to them. But even though I have this book, I don't have the gifts that go with this book. So this was one of their special editions. I think it was like their Up All Night or something, like their New Year's box maybe. Okay, so here is our New Year, New Chapter, Write a Good One. I think it's supposed to be, yep, it's a noisemaker. Sorry. I am in the room here with little bunny Fufu, and that scared the crap out of the bunny. Okay, so we have the gift for page 241. We have this one which says, oh, I think this is just one of the New Year's gifts. It says, "A journey of a lifetime starts with the turning of a page." This might be, I think I can open this one, because I think this is just like the glass, that champagne glass or something. Yes, it is, and it has that quote on it. And then we also have a gift for page 82. Okay, so those are all of the Once Upon a Book Club boxes. Now on to this one, which is my Unplugged mystery box. Okay, it's actually called Blind Date Mystery Box, and it was for the summer 2022, and I am excited because they take into account like what boxes that you've gotten, so that they try to like not send you stuff you've already gotten, which is pretty cool. This says, "Welcome to our first annual Blind Date Mystery Box. Unplugged began in 2018 after an idea for a book subscription box that proves bookish self-care items and usable novelty products. Oh, that provides that. Each year we've done 2 batches of mystery type boxes. In winter we do an advent box. This is the first time we've done them with an accompanying personality quiz to help us choose your book and products. We've had so much fun putting these together and we hope you love them. A portion of the proceeds from these boxes will be donated to the Coalition for Rainforest Nations. How do we choose your book? We did our best to understand what genre you prefer and what kind of storylines you might enjoy. We may have chosen from our stock if there was a book that matched your taste and you were not subscribed for the box it was featured in. Or we might have chosen a book from an online bookstore. We hope that it becomes a new favorite. The products were chosen based on the personality quiz by choosing products and scents we thought you'd enjoy. Feel free to share your hashtag Unplugged unboxing experience on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, and make sure to tag us. It truly brightens our day and can help all the small businesses and artists we feature. Cool. Okay, so it looks like this. I already see something that I'm excited for. It is a Dragonfly Inn Stars Hollow, Connecticut wine tumbler. I love it. If you don't know, it's Gilmore Girls. Okay, I had to move some of those peanuts out of the way to get to the next item. This is from Little Bold Baker. It's Saturday detention fuel for the brain, the athlete, the basket case, the princess, and the criminal. Pancake and waffle mix, free of the top 8 allergens and gluten-free. Love it. Very cool. And then it looks like the other item is just our book here. So let's see what they sent me. I can't remember, but I think the blind date mystery box was like $25 or something. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was. I've never heard of this book. It is Forestborn by Elaine Audrey Becker. I like the cover. It says, to be born of the forest is a gift and a curse. It's pretty. This says, Aurora is a shifter, as magical as all those born in the wilderness, and is feared. She uses her abilities to spy for the king, traveling under different guises and listening for signs of trouble. When a magical illness surfaces across the kingdom, Aurora uncovers a devastating truth. Finley, the young prince and her best friend, has caught it too. His only hope is stardust, the rarest of magical elements, found deep in the wilderness where Aurora grew up, and to which she swore never to return. But for her only friend, Aurora will face her past and brave the dark, magical wood, journeying with her brother and the obstinate older prince who insists on coming. Together they must survive sentient forests and creatures unknown, battling an ever-changing landscape while escaping human pursuers who want them dead, with illnesses gripping the kingdom and war on the horizon. Finley is not the only life that hangs in the balance. It says, embrace your magic, brave the forest, save the prince. All right. That's cool. I've never heard of that book. And I definitely like the items that they picked for me. Okay, I actually, so I went ahead and cut these boxes open, and I lifted it just enough so I could see the paper so I could actually put these in order. These are all adult Unplugged boxes. I'm going to do the young adult in another unboxing because I have so many of them. And I have put them in order. So let's start with this one. This is the February 2022 box. And the theme is Journey Through Time. Let me move some of these worms. Okay, it looks like so. Okay, what is this? Okay, so this is, I had to look. This is a Doctor Who silicone mold. So we have the TARDIS and I don't know what the other thing is. These little cone shaped things. Maybe you can tell through the back. I don't know. But yeah, we have those. It's for, you can make ice, chocolates, or crafts. Use it as a snack tray. Okay. I think I've decided that all of the little items and stuff that I might not necessarily use, I'm gonna like save for future Book Buddy of the Month. If you don't know, Book Buddy of the Month is something that it's part of my coffee patrons thing. If you are interested in finding out, click on this link up here and you can see the video that I did where I explained all the tiers and everything. But every month I do have a Book Buddy of the Month and I send them a box of goodies. And so I'm thinking some of these things like this, for example, might find their way into one of these goodie boxes. Okay, next up we have a Relax and Unwind Eucalyptus and Mint Breathe Easy Shower Steamer. I can't really smell it. Well, I can smell it a little bit. It's wrapped in plastic inside this, so that's neat. This is very cool looking. I think it feels pretty empty. Yeah, it's just an empty little box, but it's so cool looking. Like it's a little treasure box. I love it. And it's wood. It's really neat. It just looks like that. I don't really know what I'd put in it, but I think it would also just make a really cool decoration. And then we got a candle that says, like all good works of fiction, it lies like the truth. Okay. This is from Natural Pure Honest, and it is Kindred, Vanilla, Amorous. There are so many interesting times we could have visited. Ooh, it's like pink and swirly and sparkly. Oh, and it smells really good. It's got like a strawberry and cream kind of scent. In Octavia Butler's Kindred, Dana finds herself being shunted from 1976 California to a pre-Civil War plantation. This powerful story is about survival and choices. This exclusive candle is by Natural Pure Honest. Oh, doesn't say what the scent is. Oh, well, it does say here, vanilla and amorous. All right, next up we have a box. It's got no label on it. Oh, it's a mug. This says, your face is my heart, and the love of you is my soul. Oh, it's from Outlander. So the writing is really hard to see because it's very light. So I don't know if you'll see it well on the camera. And there we go. It's pretty. If you hear any like background music or banging around and stuff, Xander has a friend spending the night and they are in a room directly above me and I can hear their music. Okay, we have some tea. It is Time Spinner tea from the Simply Bookish Co. It says black tea, orange peel, cinnamon chips, dried currants, ginger root, whole cloves, hibiscus flowers, apple, and natural fruit flavors. And then we have our book. This is A Lullaby for Witches by Hester Fox. I like this cover. And we also have a signed book plate here. Okay, it doesn't look like we have a letter from the author. So this says, to women, a history of witchcraft and a deep-rooted female power that sings across the centuries. Once there was a young woman from a well-to-do New England family who never quite fit with the drawing rooms and parlors of her kin. Called instead to the tangled woods and wild cliffs surrounding her family's estate, Margaret Harlow grew both stranger and more beautiful as she cultivated her uncanny power. Soon whispers of witch dogged her footsteps, and Margaret's power began to wind itself with the tendrils of something darker. 150 years later, Augusta Pados takes a dream job at Harlow House, the historic home of a wealthy New England family that has been turned into a small museum in Tynemouth, Massachusetts. When Augusta stumbles across an oblique reference to a daughter of the Harlows who has nearly been expunged from the historical record, the mystery is too intriguing to ignore. But as she digs deeper, something sinister unfurls from its sleep, a dark power that binds one woman to the other across lines of blood and time. If Augusta can't resist its allure, everything she knows and loves, including her very life, could be lost forever. Sounds quite interesting. All right, and then in here we also have prompts to help you through long cold winters, and Cranachan, a traditional Scottish recipe inspired by Outlander. Interesting. If it'll focus and you want to look at that, you can pause it. I don't know if it'll actually focus or not. Okay, that is everything in that box. On to the March box. This one looks like so. The theme is Spellbound. I have no clue what this could be. This thing is quite large. Let me see if maybe I can back the camera up enough to be able to show you. Okay, I don't think I can show all of it in this picture, but I'll kind of raise it so you can see it. It's a library scene. I think I got the whole thing in there. It's a picnic blanket slash sheet. I think this would work really great as a picnic blanket because it's really large, so it'll fit multiple people on it. I would use that. I don't know if I'd use it for a sheet, but I'd definitely use it for a picnic blanket. Okay, then we have this little thing here. It's by Robinson Family Soaps Darkwood Lotion Bar. And a candle by Lichen and Limestone Owens Sisters, Black Cherry Musk and Warm Vanilla. That sounds like it's gonna be good. Oh, and it's a little wood wick candle. It's sweeter than I expected. I can definitely smell the cherry and the musk a little bit. I like it. This is cute. One Last Soap. So this is inspired from One Last Stop, and it looks like a little cupcake, and that is just so freaking cute. I do love the awesome soaps that they include sometimes in these boxes. Ooh, this is cool. Thermostatic cup warmer. I guess it's so that you can like keep your coffee warm or something. Oh, and it says, do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Know your own happiness. This is pretty neat. And it just plugs in via USB, so you can like plug it into your computer while you're working. That's pretty cool. One of my absolute favorite things about Unplugged Book Box is that they include incredibly useful items. And so I don't feel like I'm just collecting a bunch of random stuff. And I'll use most of what I get in these boxes, which I think is really cool. Then we have our book. I feel like this might be one that I've actually ordered from somewhere. I can't remember. It hasn't arrived if I have. That is Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. This is very cute. And then we also have a signed book plate. And this a letter from the author on the back of this really cute print. This says, Dear Unplugged Reader, words can't express how thrilled I am to share the world of Not the Witch You Wed with you. I'm an author, mother, wife, daughter, and I'm a nurse. This story and these characters came to me during a time I needed them the most, while nursing during a pandemic. I still recall the exact moment V and Link's story popped into my head. Sitting on my couch after working 3 grueling shifts in a row, I realized that I needed something not based in this reality. I needed an escape. And what better world in which to do that but in one where supernaturals no longer hid in the shadows, and where navigating being sexy, single, and supernatural in the city. Each book I've ever written is born differently. Sometimes it's with a character or a setting or a precarious predicament the characters must overcome. Not the Witch You Wed started with Violet and her sisters on their close relationship both to each other and to their family, both blood and found. Powerless in a world where others expected her to be the most powerful, Violet's struggles resonated with me, and who better to pair with a magicless witch than an alpha wolf shifter hell-bent on changing shifter society from one of birthright to shiftocracy. Throw in a virginal sex demon best friend. Okay. A guardian angel who's afraid of heights, and an entire cast of vampires and demon characters, and you have the ingredients to brew up a spicy rom-com with a paranormal twist. And oh, the tropes. Enemies to friends to lovers to enemies to lovers. Second chance, fake relationship, a curvy kick-ass heroine, and the wolf shifter hero who's not afraid to growl and grovel. Not the Witch You Wed provided me with the perfect escape, and I hope it does the same for you. You can find me on all socials at Novels by April. Until then, happy reading and let your magic guide you. Oh, I think this one's going to be so much fun. It does seem familiar. I don't know if maybe it was just I saw like the reveal of the book, or maybe I've recently ordered it and it just hasn't arrived yet, but I feel like I did. So I may end up with more than one copy of that book. Okay, that is everything in that box. Now on to the March box. Okay, this one looks like so. And the theme is Be Bold, Be You. Okay, looks like a book sleeve. Okay, this is a very cool one. So it's got a map on this side, and on the other side it says, "That's the thing about books. They let you travel without moving your feet." And Tortal and Hinderland is what the map is. And this one zips. And it's lined, and it's really nice. I wonder what size book we can fit in here. It needs to be like a not super wide book because of the zipper. This one fits in just fine. So comparing a Lullaby for Witches is this much taller and this much wider. So let's see if it will work. It's a little thinner this way, but I think it's gonna be snug. That, like this way is snug. Up and down it fits fine. I don't think it could handle like a bigger hardcover book. Okay, my battery is also flashing, so let me change that out and I will be right back. Okay, sorry if the angle changed. All right, let's get into the rest of this box. The first thing I see here is the Adult Fiction Tea Party Collection Tea Set number 1. Springtime with Austen. Oh, this is so cute. It looks like Little Women. No, not Little Women. Pride and Prejudice. That's what it makes me think of. So cute. And Little Women is not Jane Austen. It's Louisa May Alcott. This says, "When I have a house of my own, I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library." Very, very cute. Then we have a candle. It says The Balladearian Empire. Agave, Violet, and Rebellion. Oh, and it says here, "You don't find a life, you have to make one with the people around you and the causes you put your strength into." This is hard to open. Okay, so there's some little stones loose in here, so I have to be careful about tilting. There we go. Wow. That's a very strong, like the violet is very, very strong. Then we have one of these things to put your candles out. Oh, I love it. And you can do it this way too. That's cool. Then we have some Robinson Family soaps. Library Between Life and Death room spray. I'm just going to spray it on the... It just kind of smells clean. Then we have the book, and she thick, unless it's more than one book, but I think it's just one. It is pretty thick. The City of Dusk by Tara Sim. She thick. How many pages is this? Well, there's extras. 558 pages. Whew. Okay. And we have a signed book plate. And this print here with our letter from the author. It says, "Dear reader, when I was 15, I wrote my first book. It was very long and very bad, but I loved it immensely, as well as the process of writing it. I knew I wanted to continue writing long, epic fantasy stories, the kind I grew up reading and meant so much to me. Now you get to hold one in your hands. The City of Dusk is a love letter to so many of my favorite things, and the culmination of years and years of hard work, stubbornness, and love of fantasy. I hope you enjoy the world, the story, and most of all the characters, who are flawed but trying their best in an uncertain world. All the best, Tara Sim." Okay, so I don't know what this is about, so we're gonna read the back. "For every realm there is a god. For every god there is an heir. For every heir there is a price. Enter a world of bone and shadow magic, of vengeful gods and defiant chosen ones. In the City of Dusk, the first book in the Dark Gods trilogy, from a stunning new voice in epic fantasy. The four realms, life, death, light, and darkness, all converge on the City of Dusk. But the gods have withdrawn their favor from the once thriving and vibrant metropolis, and without it, all the realms are dying. Unwilling to stand by and watch the destruction, the four heirs to divine power, Angelica, an elementalist with her eyes set on the throne, Risha, a necromancer fighting to keep the peace, Nicholas, a soldier who struggles to see the light, and Tasha, a shadow-wielding rogue with a reckless heart, will become reluctant allies in the quest to save their city. But the rebellion will cost them dearly." Okay. I'm interested, but dang, she's thick. Okay, that is everything in that box. Okay, on to the next box. This one looks like so. This is the May box, and the theme is Endorphin Rush. Okay, what is this big thing here? Okay, what in the world is this? Oh my gosh, how cool! It's a freaking doormat! And it says Bridgerton House. Like, and then this is what the back looks like. Like, what? That is so cool! See, I told you that they include such useful things. This will be very useful in my new house. Okay, then we've got the, oh goodness, the tiny writing. Make You Perfect Passion Bath Soak. Okay, this is also from Robinson Family Soaps. This is inspired by The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. So we have this cute collector's teaspoon. It says, "A stir away from a brew tea full day." I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. But yay, that's cool. Okay, this is kind of leaky. It smells good. This is Honeymoon in Hawaii Sugar Scrub. Yeah, it kind of leaked. Now my fingers are kind of slimy. Oh yeah, you can see the, oh, I hope it didn't mess up anything else. You can see the oil in the box. Here, let me move this stuff out of the box and I can show you. See, like the oil leaked all out in the box. Hopefully everything else is okay. Okay, we've got the Simply Bookish Co. This is tea. It's Carpe Diem snow cone flavored cold brew tea. That's pretty cool. Add 1.5 teaspoons of loose leaf tea per 8 ounces of cool water. Place sealed container in refrigerator for 12 to 24 hours. Strain out leaves and enjoy. Oh, that takes so long. But yeah, there we go. And so we have 2 books, which is pretty cool. Okay, so this one is Reputation. A Lady is Nothing Without One And this is by Lex Croucher. And we have this little print that goes with it and a letter from the authors on the back. It says, let me just show you how incredibly tiny this writing is. It's so small. Okay. This says, "Dear reader, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, historical figures seemed about as real as actors in a play or characters in a movie. Their clothes felt like costumes. The objects they used every day were props. My parents were into history and would drag a very reluctant 10-year-old me around beautiful ruins and old houses and say, look, the person in this painting was standing right where you're standing now, hundreds of years ago. Isn't that cool?" Obviously, I was 10, so I'd say no. And then probably something like, "I could be home playing The Sims right now, Mother, instead of looking at some dead lady's hairbrush." Now I think about those people all the time. I'll spy an old hill fort on a drive through the countryside, or glance up at a Gregorian building on my way to get lunch here in London, and I'll feel completely overwhelmed by the sheer volume of people who came before me and how different their lives were from mine, even as I tread the same ground. Somebody sat not too far from where I'm writing to you now and painstakingly inked their own letters, probably not for a book subscription box. They also would have been burning a scented candle just like me. Granted, theirs was made of tallow and there was only one scent available, slightly singed mutton. I wrote Reputation because I truly believe that young people in the Regency were just as inclined towards messing up, going a little wild, overstepping the lines, and having their hearts broken as we are today. As much as I love a Regency book centered around polite society and good manners, you don't have to look very far in your research to find the wild side of the 1800s, and that's the side I wanted to bring readers, along with the fun and tropes I grew up with in the rom-coms of the early 2000s. Reputation is about finding your place in the world, first loves and first hangovers, and the brilliant people you meet in the dark corners at parties. I hope you enjoy reading it as much as I enjoyed writing it. Lex Croucher. Okay, ooh, wow, it took my eyes a second to adjust. I wish I had looked inside the book, because that same letter is right here. In readable. Like much easier to read text. Okay, my eyeballs hurt. All right, let's go on to this book. Okay, this one looks super cute. It's called The Stand-In by Lily Chu. So cute. We also have a signed book plate, and we have a letter from the author. I'm gonna look in the book just to see if it's bigger in the book. It's not as tiny on the card, but no, but I do see that there's something that looks like a phone here, which is cool. I wonder if it's told. Yeah, it seems like there's a little bit of multimedia format in here, but not a lot. Okay, this says, "Dear Unplugged Book Box readers, I'm overjoyed that The Stand-In was chosen to be part of your May subscription box. As a reader, I can think of no better way to relax than with a book, preferably on a beach, but I'll take a cafe in Paris or even curled up in my messy bed under a fuzzy blanket. Books are my personal escape hatch, letting me experience lives and places where there are no dishes to wash or floors to vacuum. The Stand-In starts with a question that not many of us have had to answer. If a famous movie star asked you to be her double, what would you do? Although she's reluctant, Gracie decides to leave her old self behind and embark on adventures complete with a gorgeous leading man and a new designer wardrobe. She also engages with questions of mental health, race and identity, and family and friends, as well as falling in love. I hope you enjoy The Stand-In, that the story of Gracie and Sam, a man I am personally in love with, will help you make the most of this well-deserved you time. If you're looking for a drink pairing, I suggest a cup of jasmine tea, which is lovely served either hot or iced, or make it into a gin fizz if that's more your style. You can find me online at Lily Chu Author on Instagram. Thank you, Lily." Cool. This one sounds like it's also going to be a fun book. And that is everything in that box. Okay, on to the next box. Here we have the June box, and the theme was friendship and corruption. Okay, so this is just a little letter because this box ended up being really late because they were waiting for a certain item to come in, and then it never came in, and they took a poll online and everybody said just swap the item out with something else and go ahead and ship the boxes. So that's what they did, and they said they just told which item in here is the one that was swapped. Okay, first thing I see here is the Convergence Epsom bath salts with fragrance oil. This is by Juju Bean Shop, and it is raspberries and prophecies. Dude, my eyes still hurt from trying to read that tiny writing. Okay, next up, I think this is a candle. Coffee Girl, Don't Break My Heart. Breakfast at Billy's, coffee and pancakes. More teeny tiny writing. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Man, it's definitely, I can smell the coffee and like syrup. Oh, this is heaven right here. Oh, I don't want to burn this. I just want to smell it all the time. Okay, we got something in a white box. What do we got? Oh, it's glass. I think maybe it's a coffee press. I don't really know. So we have 3 parts. We've got this part, and it says, you can never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me. So maybe it's like for steeping tea possibly. And then we have this part which has like these little slits in it, and this goes in here. So it sits inside of it. And then we have this lid, and the lid has a book on it, which is very cute. I think that's what it is, since it talks about tea. I think this is for steeping tea. And then you hold it here, like on these little things that stick out so that you don't burn your fingers. I'm gonna wrap this all back up and put it back in its box so it doesn't get broken. I hope this doesn't get broken in the move because it's very cool. Okay, there's another thing in a box. I'm going to be a little more careful about opening this one and not just dropping it out. Something else that's glass. I don't know what this is inspired by, but looks like this. And it's just this really cool glass that's got, it makes it a container. It's really cool. You can like put your tea in it, like to store it. I bet that's what it's for. And then we have this Risha Vecara Black, Violet, and Saffron. It's a fine body spray. Okay, here I'll just... It's kind of got like a... the light flowery smell. Not as strong as that one candle that was like whoo. And then we've got our book, Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. And we have a signed book plate. Oh gosh. And our letter from the author, which the text is all blurred. So let me see if it's in here. Close my eyes. Nope. Okay. Let me just show you. So right now this is in focus. However, the words are blurry. Okay, this says, hello and thank you for expressing an interest in Her Majesty's Royal Coven. This is our online home on the darker web. My name is Helena Vance, and I am serving High Priestess of HMRC. It is my great honor to lead the United Kingdom's largest and only coven affiliated with the global One Coven Alliance. Through joining HMRC, You can become a part of an illustrious witching legacy stretching back to our founding sister, Anne Boleyn. We serve Gaia through service to the planet, the country, HRM, the Queen, and the people. We work as a team to support the UK government in the handling of the supernormal events and incidents, to uphold the tradition of witchcraft in the United Kingdom, and to safeguard our continued legacy. HMRC is a place for women and girls to reach their full potential, develop their gifts, and enjoy the protection and sisterhood that only an official coven can provide. Click here to launch your application. Under 16s require parental permission. Helena Vance, High Priestess. Okay. So that didn't tell me too much about the book, so I'm going to read. All I can tell is that it has something to do with like a school or something like that. Maybe. This says, if you look hard enough at old photographs, we're there in the background. Healers in the trenches, suffragettes, Bletchley Park oracles, land girls, and resistance fighters. Why is it we help in times of crisis? We have a gift. We are stronger than mundanes, plain and simple. At the dawn of their adolescence, on the eve of the summer solstice, four young girls, Helena, Leonie, Nahim, and Elle, took the oath to join Her Majesty's Royal Coven, established by Queen Elizabeth I, a covert government department. Now, decades later, the witch community is still reeling from a civil war, and Helena is the reigning high priestess of the organization. Yet Helena is the only one of her friend group still enmeshed in the stale bureaucracy of HMRC. Elle is trying to pretend she's a normal housewife, and Nahim has become a country vet, using her powers to heal sick animals. In what Helena perceives as the deepest betrayal, Leonie has defected to start her own more inclusive and intersectional coven, Diaspora. And now Helena has a bigger problem. A young warlock of extraordinary capabilities has been captured by authorities and seems to threaten the very existence of HMRC. With conflicting beliefs over the best course of action, the four friends must decide where their loyalties lie, with preserving tradition or doing what is right. Okay. So not a school thing. I forget these are the adult boxes, so. All right, that's everything in that box. Okay, next up. This is the July box, and it is Tell Your Story. Let's move this out of the way. It looks like this. Okay, we have this really big tote. On the back it's just canvas, but on the front it's books and flowers. And it also zips closed and is lined. Oh, and there's like a little zipped pocket in here as well. Pretty cool. And the bottom flattens out too. You can hold lots of books in there. And this is very soft. Okay, then we've got a little bottle of something. This card says, please read. Oh, okay, it was just saying what was replaced. So this bottle is Southern Book Club Vampire Repellent, Pure Rosemary Essential Oils. It says Quiet Towns and Secret Investigations. So it says it should be diluted, like essential oil should be diluted before use. And it's best for like a warmer or a diffuser. Cool. I should really get me one of those diffusers. Be cool if there's one of those in here, but I doubt it. Okay, then we have Sherlock's Amethyst Bath Bomb. It's bergamot, sandalwood, and mysteries. And it's like, it looks like a black bath bomb. It smells good. I don't really know how to describe it other than what it said. And then we've got this big bottle here. It's from Natural Pure Honest. Verity. What you read will taste so bad at times you'll want to spit it out. This is lake water, the woods, and dusty manuscripts. It's hand and body lotion. It looks like it leaked a little, but not too bad. It smells nice. Kind of like sweet tarts and like a musky smell. Then we have something here. It just says thank you. It's a lip balm. Hirana, Deathless Waters, and Power. I can only smell my hands with that lotion. But love to get a lip balm. Not a bath bomb. I mean, I love to get those too, but. Okay, then we've got what is this? The number 2 for these tea party sets. This is Summertime with Achilles and Patroclus. Oh, this is so cute. All right, let me see if it'll focus. Here we go. How cute is that mug? Or, yeah, little teacup. And then the little plate says, I am made of memories. Oh, and if you're hearing other noises, they've moved from upstairs to the room right next to me. And they're playing video games. Okay, next is, what is this? It's by Novelties. It's a tea bag holder. Perch your squirrel on your favorite cup. Wrap your tea bag around its body and enjoy. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Cute, cute, cute. Then we have our book. Okay, I already love this. It's very much my kind of book. The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile. I love me a bookish book, so cool. Oh, this is a Pop Sugar Must-Read Mystery of 2022. Neat. All right. We also have a assigned book plate, which looks very cute. And our print looks like a library. Okay. The letter says, Dear reader, what kind of person spends their time contemplating the details of murder, considering weapons and methods, searching out the best places to hide a body? What would you do if such a person wrote to you? I guess now you know. So too does Hannah, whose correspondence with fellow writer Leo is just what she needs to set a novel in Boston when she can't be there herself. His letters give her insight into the city and its citizens. He is a fan, a researcher, and a friend. With his help, she begins her story about 4 strangers in the reading room of the Boston Public Library who are bonded by a scream and Australian novelist new to Boston, a fragile ballerina in an armor of body ink, a man struggling with his past, and a law student trying desperately to fail his way out of the family firm, and of course, a murder. Hannah looks forward to Leo's letters, grateful for his insight, until she begins to suspect that he knows a little too much about killing people. But I suppose I do too. It goes with the territory, really. Don't worry, it only becomes dangerous if you write back. I really hope you enjoy reading Woman in the Library, a story within a story folded into the pages of a correspondence. It's a tale of friendship found, cherished, and twisted. But as you read, remember, whatever you may suspect, I'm just a writer. Warm regards, Solari. Ooh, this sounds so good. Ooh. It includes a reading group guide and conversation with the author, too. It's only 259 pages as well. That was everything in that box. Now on to the last box. Oh. Okay. This is the August 22 box, and the theme is All of Us Haunted. Let's move this out of the way so you can see more. Okay, so this little card here, it says, Coming Soon, Twisted Retreat. It says, we are so excited to announce our next big endeavor. Unplugged Book Box will be opening a second monthly subscription box specifically for horror and thrillers. This box has been 3 years in the making, and we're thrilled that it is finally coming to life. Horror has been a genre I've personally loved for most of my life. Melanie speaking. Hi, friends. Not me, but yeah. The idea for this box sprung up at a time when we did not have the capacity to take on more work, but it sat with me ever since. Whenever I had the time, I slowly worked through ideas on aesthetic and what I wanted it to be. I didn't want to launch it unless I knew it'd be amazing. With the growth we've experienced and with some new team members recently joining on, we're finally making it happen. Twisted Retreat is a new monthly horror subscription box that will feature all things creepy and dark. Experience all things that go bump in the night every month with new horror and thriller books, usable novelty items, candles, spooky treats and beverages, and so much more. Our ideas are bursting at the seams, and we can't wait for you to see everything in store. Our first box is scheduled to ship in mid to late October with an exclusive hardcover book. It will have a gorgeous dust jacket with creepy art on the back, beautiful hardcover foiling, and eerie stenciled edges. Each box will also have 6+ products with creepy twists. And yes, we will offer a book-only option every month. Our goal is to offer exclusive books every single month, but we will have more info on that later. That's enough of a sneak peek for now, but if you're interested in this concept, head to twistedretreat.com and sign up for our waitlist via the link at the bottom. The website is under construction as we get ready for launch, but if you want to join the waitlist, you'll be the first to know when we're ready for orders. Please follow at Twisted Retreat on Instagram and Facebook as well. You do not want to miss this one. And don't worry, Unplugged will be sticking around too. We have some exclusive books and huge things in store for this box to announce as well, so stay tuned. Cool, I might have to check that out. Okay, let's see what this is. So this is a Discovery of Witches round towel. It's white on the back, like that. And it has like little fringe around it. But it looks like this. And it says, just because something seems impossible doesn't make it untrue. And it's like really soft, like the microfiber. Okay, Craven Manor Mud Mask and Blackhead Remover. Interesting. Whatever this is heavy. Always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. So it's apparently a salt grinder. So, oh, okay. Okay, sorry if the angle changed, but my battery died in the middle of me telling you about this. So it actually unscrews here, and you put salt in this part, and then you like push the button to grind up the salt, and it comes out the bottom here. Then we have the bunny making noise. He's playing with his little tunnel. This bamboo tea tray, and it says, a cup of tea would restore my normality. And there's a book on it. Very cute. It's just a little tray. It's adorable. I wonder if it's big enough to fit. I don't know if it would fit one of these little tea sets on it or not, but yeah, it's cute. It would be a cute catch-all too. And then we have this Haunt Me Then handmade roll-on perfume, and the scent Musty Moors, Toxic Love, and Regret. Okay, I'm curious what that smells like. I don't know why anybody would want to smell like that though. Okay, I'll roll it on the top of my hand here. It has like a musky smell. It makes me think of like old books and leather. I actually like that a lot. Though I don't know that I would say it smells like Misty Moore's Toxic Love and Regret. Then we have our book. I like this cover. They Drown Our Daughters by Katrina Monroe. Very pretty cover. And we do have a signed book plate. Oh goodness. More teeny tiny writing. Okay, this says, a note from Katrina Monroe. They Drown Our Daughters began life in 2018 as a short story called Cape Disappointment, a fairy tale of sorts in which Meredith looks to the ocean for answers about herself and motherhood. It still is that in a way, but that was once a story about a captured mermaid is now a dark and haunted wade through the depths of what it seems to be a mother. I became a mom for the first time in 2006. I was barely 19 and living in the Pacific Northwest, an entire country away from my family in Florida. I expected to be scared when they put my daughter in my arms for the first time. Instead, all I could think was, now what? My son very quickly followed in 2007, and I remember the subsequent year being the hardest of my entire life. I was lost, my frame of reference for motherhood fraught and incomplete. Fast forward to 2018, and I'm visiting my brother in Seattle, my first visit back to the Pacific Northwest in a decade. I had heard of Cape Disappointment, a real town near what they call the graveyard of the Pacific, and wanted to see it. We didn't quite make it that far, and instead visited a beach near the Quinault Reservation. It was all but deserted and gray, the clouds blurring into the water. Spread over the sand were dozens of dead crabs, tangled in webs of seaweed. I felt like I was standing on the edge of the world, entirely alone. At the time of this writing, my kids are 15 and 14, on the cusps of adulthood. Sometimes I still feel like I'm still on that beach alone, staring at the vastness of their future and mine. I will never know if I've done anything right as a mom, if they'll resent me or forgive me for the times I screwed up. They will never know the shame and joy and terror of every day I have been their parent. This is what I hope to explore with They Drown Our Daughters. The silent lengths the mother will go for her children. The skewed perceptions between mothers and daughters that lead to anger and confusion, and if we're lucky, understanding and forgiveness. I wanted to show myself and others that as a mother standing alone at the edge of the world, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to try. Katrina. Oh goodness. I understand that with the whole mother-daughter thing. Being both a mother and a daughter. Or being a daughter to a mother and being a mother to a daughter. There we go. I have a feeling that one's gonna hit. Okay, that was everything in all of the boxes. Oh my goodness. What was your favorite item? Comment down below and let me know. I don't know. I think I'm between the welcome mat and the wine tumbler. Love me a wine tumbler and love Gilmore Girls. This is probably the one, but this definitely comes in second. And as far as books go, I think the one that I am the most excited for is probably The Woman in the Library. Though they all sound really good. Also, the stand-in sounds like super cute. I mean, they all sound good, but yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.